Zdravím všechny, co se na kanálu, tady zase vítejte u dalšího pokračování naší genshinské ságy, díl 181. této giga série. A my se rovnou vrhneme do akce, máme spoustu sidequestů, který chci sdělat v tomto díle všechny najednou. Takže se do toho rovnou pustíme. Vstávat. Tady jsem se zatím ubytoval v Albeidově kanceláři, protože o jedno patro níž začneme s první side věcí a to je tady Fischl má tady worldovou akcičku. Not waste. As my faithful familiar, do you mean to say that even should they grasp the Helge Edicte de Verurteilung, the glorious revelation of the imminent rush will remain beyond their comprehension?
Yes, mein Fräulein, my sovereign, my noblest and gracious liege. Not only do your retainers in the Adventurers Guild speak your true name aloud, but they even name the Heilige Edicta the Fischl Dictionary. They regard it as no more than a reference book meant for mere children to understand the basic facts of life, and they do not perceive, much less comprehend, the truths concealed within. Alas, such lamentable mortals. Is this not a form of blasphemy? Surely it must be so.
Zavládl, most loyal friend, I know how you feel, but be not wroth, lest the eyes of her province, which sever day from night, become blinded. Know that I, Fischl, remain the Prinzessin of Verurteilung, the judge who presides over all the sin of this world, and she who sees all the knowledge of this realm. Behold, their true shapes have long been laid before the Auge de Verurteilung, that the trembling, lost sheep who wish nothing more than to embrace salvation. And so, in this sequestered store of sagacity, soaked in stellar sheen, mine royal person shall, in the name of love and nobility, extend clemency upon the guilty masses and forgive them the sin of the vulgar scorn. This I must do, lest their fates become forever sundered from the imminent rush, foremost and greatest of lands. I, Princessin, shall never let such a dismal aeon come to pass. All you who pledge loyalty unto me, remember this. I shall raise you up, and like the brightest of stars shall you be shining from on high in the eternal night sky. Sing for joy, sing your praises. Sing praise unto your Princessin. Hi, Fischl. How you doing? What? How I... it's you, O traveler from beyond this world. The sight of you brings me great joy. And is an audience you seek? Do not be so prim, speak your desire. You are one who I have blessed after all, and the Princessin will not be sparing in showing you her favor.
Oh, it's you, Fish... Your Highness, the Princessin. Well, we were just passing through, but since the ruler of the Immernachtreich has shown us your royal favor, then please bestow upon us some Mora.
Mora? My lost friend, must you peruse the reprehensible font of reality and sin, the precise blight that I, Princessin, mean to judge?
Mein Fräulein fears that the temptations of Mora would lead you astray. And might I add that, despite how it may sound, she is not simply making excuses because she cannot afford to honor your request.
You never know. Maimon's one true love might just be Mora.
That's right. The world's a big place with all kinds of dreams after all.
Ah, my eye! Ah!
Fear not, Paimon. Mein Fräulein is not ill, merely using her power.
Jo, jasně. I see it. Paimon, my left eye sees your face, and its truth. The stars convene for you, and the lost dreams about the dark before dawnbreak, veil impenetrable, even to a scribe who sees all secrets. Teď mě to nebaví. Is your golden thread truth and wisdom? Your noble, pure self, it waits for you on the far shore, without any Mora. That is your truest essence.
Really? noble and pure. Is that the kind of person Paimon is? Paimon's kind of awesome.
No, I cannot scry further, for even possession who bears the eye of her tongue is certain to become lost in her boundless, immaculate... Yes. In the name of the possession, can we be over, please? Degraduju dialog. For anyone, you must completely purge from yourself the Fontaine of Mora, that which means to plunge your world into darkness and despair.
Completely purge the taint of Mora?
I think she's saying you can't have a single Mora to your name.
That is precisely mein Fräulein's meaning. Not a single Mora.
Not even one? Paimon's so sad. Hey, why are you all looking at Paimon like that? You don't seriously think she was asking for Mora, do you?
You literally just did. To je přesně, co se stalo.
It was a joke! It's been a while since we saw each other, so Paimon was just telling a joke. Because we're friends.
Yeah, it has been some time.
Right! And it's so nice to see you again, Fischl. Oz. What are you doing here anyway?
Well then, has the time come to speak of business? Gladly I shall inform you then that this convocation is held to revise the Heilige Edict of Ertelung.
And what's that?
A manual circulated among my retainers, which they mean to use to interpret the glorious revelations of the Eminatreich. It contains many errors, of course, but it nonetheless demonstrates mortal aspiration toward greater wisdom. As such, I shall permit its existence. This manual shall guide him towards the all-surpassing world, the terminus of the universe, the place that rests shall our fate, the end of causality itself,
Wow!
the Eminatreich.
That sounds super impressive. But what is it exactly?
Simply put, it is a tome that can translate mein Fräulein's speech into common tongue. As such, the adventurers have taken to calling it the Fischl Dictionary.
Official Speak Translation Manual.
Yes, but please be aware that using anything other than its official title is quite disrespectful. It is formally named the Heilige Edicta der Ertelung. We will have to make sure that this is noted in the revised version.
Wait a minute! So the book actually exists?
Could you show it to us? Of course, but not now. For there are so many errors in the present version, I shall not have the Blessed One struggle through that morass that lies between fact and falsehoods. That agony, those shackles, I shall be the one to bear it alone.
Mein Fräulein means to say that she will let you see the book once editing is complete.
Wow! That's so nice of you, Fischl.
When might me expect that? Fret not, traveler, for bonds as intertwined as dawn and light. Rest and wait, with the Eminatreich's great relations are made known to you, shall dawn without fail at promised
What mein
hour.
Fräulein means to say is, we'll be done soon, stop rushing me.
That sounded a
Damn.
lot colder post-translation. Did you make a mistake somewhere, Oz?
My apologies. Allow me to rephrase. What my...
Come on, we're almost done. So maybe don't rush me? Anecdote recorded. Something I missed? Yep. Udělal jsem Fischl věc a hned to progresuje věci. Hej, level 3 na Kolumbíně. Tak, to by byl Order of Business číslo 1 dneška. Což ano, byla jediná tahleta anekdota. K věc číslo 2. Sdělat ty single bar ty věci, což budou tyhle 3 a zakončím to tady Initial Facts, což je potřeba udělat několik těch questových ság, aby se dostal k tomu Initial Facts, což jsem se k tomu konečně dostal. Nevím, jestli to bude brána k něčemu dlouhému, nebo to bude 5 minut, ale chtěl jsem se k tomu dostat. Tady je Pancration Ring, který bude celá věc, takže tam možná dám jako poslední. Za tohle to je nejmenší rewarda, tak to dám první. Přesně z toho důvodu. A je to něco sumerského v kavárně. Nějakou kávu bych si mohl koupit do zásoby, to je pravda. Že i když Lumini neprodají žádný alkohol a je brána jako non-adult teenager, tak stejně jí prodají kafe. A dovolejí nadopovat se kofeinem. Oh, hello. Shh, isn't that Sino? Look at his outfit, his hairstyle, and that color. This is exactly what a protagonist in a card game novel should be. I actually know quite a lot of people who can fit into that category. Why him? Really? That's great. I'm working on a third book of King of Invocations, and this time I'm not gonna base it on gameplay mechanics of the card game. I'm gonna create an all new way of playing. For instance, I could get all cards to be suspended in midair on the field. Players will have to collect cards as they consider the next move, all while preventing them from collecting cards themselves. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Traveler, please ask Sino to be model for my novel, please. I know. This combination of cards isn't bad. Not strong enough to deal with quick attacks. What are you up to, Sino? Traveler, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm in the middle of trying to build a genius invocation deck with a relatively slow attack speed. I'm hoping that the deck will allow the player to obtain an abundance of resources and plenty of powerful cards. But to be honest, it's hard to build a deck like that. Currently, in the card game community, some players prefer to use cards with fast attack speeds. At the beginning of the game, they play a large number of cards in one go to swiftly deal an opponent. But I'm no fan of this tactic. I prefer to accumulate resources in different ways. Celý lighting se změnil najednou. Teď je to najednou docela vidět. Teď je ten lighting o hodně lepší. Seizing every possible opportunity, building up my advantage, and eventually securing the victory. Yes, wonderful! You're just like the main character in my novel! Sorry, this is Fukumoto, the author of King of Invocations. Hello, General Mahamudra. I suppose you've heard of me. I've read your novel. It's very good. I'm truly honored. Jako cenzuruju tu kameru. In the novel, every time the protagonist has a disadvantage, he always manages to get a card that wasn't the deck through various means. Then defeats his opponent. This left a lasting impression on me. I understand that writing novels requires taking creative license, but this way of winning is a departure from the fundamental mechanics of the card game. About that, well, although I do play the card game a lot, I'm not really good at it, and if you write about duels with a competitive mindset, it wouldn't make for an interesting story. Is that so? Well, as luck would have it, I've just built 2 decks of cards, so okay, we can play a few rounds here. Maybe you'll find some inspiration. Now they're about to play cards. This guy just wants to play cards. Playing with you? I would love to, but the truth is... I'll explain your request. He wants you to be the main character and help him. You're asking me to model for the illustrations of the King of Vacations? Sure, no problem to me. Great, help me take some pictures. Fuck. No. Vyblokuju tě, hajzle. You take several pictures of Sino in cool rapid succession. That's a big help. I'm sure Asagiri will make an excellent illustration. Thank you so much, Sino. I'll be sure to send you a copy of the novel as soon as it's published. Wait, those 2 decks you're holding are... Didn't you promise to play a few games with me earlier? I'm not very good at it, so... Traveler, you're better than me, then. You're better at this. I never played before. Then the matter is settled. You'll use quick attack deck. I'm going to use this relatively slowly so I can deal with your attacks. I'll do my best, Aino. Aino, your playstyle is so slow and deliberate. It's just an intuitive strategy to me. Well, let's see. You're Genevieve, right? What brings you here? I'm here to do some migration, but wait, what are you doing here? You aren't hoping to sign up too, are you? I know you two. Sorry, the blonde one can't participate. The blonde one. What? Discrimination? That was worded a little misleadingly. I think you mean this that Luna specifically is banned, not blondes as an attack category, correct? Because I'm blonde and you let me sign up. Let me put it this way. A migration match is a spectator sport. Entertaining the audience is more important than who wins and who loses. I've heard all about your past deeds. If you let Lumine enter the ring, the outcome is a foregone conclusion, and all the anticipation is removed. No one wants to watch a match with a predictable outcome. If I let you take part, I might as well hand you the trophy right now and save everyone the trouble. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Hand it over. I with only one hand. Why am I getting on my behalf? Yeah, sounds like a plan. Hand it over. That's not very sportsmanlike. How about I let Lumina join, but as someone else's coach? You can coach her. The strongest coach paid with the weakest contestant? That should be a nice gimmick. Nice touch, I mean, for the audience. Also, although it's mostly for fun, there's one pretty generous prize for the winner. All thanks to her colleague, or should I say, former colleague. The winning team will receive credit coupons as well as a Fanta trophy. Show it at the Fontaine researchers you can drink all the Fanta you'd like for free. An endless supply of free Fanta? Paimon wants that. If Lumine is willing to coach me at the Poiré to victory, I'd be more than happy to give you the trophy. Are you sure you're willing to give up an endless supply of drinks? Of course, I had my fair share of Fanta in my time, I guess. You're teaming up with Poiré. Are Rave and Darcy competing this time too? Darcy isn't, as far as I know. And Rave, I doubt he'll feel the need to. He did take all our coupons after all. Didn't he return them after the results were announced? Nope, and I haven't seen him since. Possible that he slept for good. What? There are multiple factors that contribute to my previous losses. We can't change the past. From my efficiency perspective, competing in the migration tournament may prove to be the better choice now. Especially with Lumina's help, that would be perfect. For the sake of unlimited Fanta, I'll do it. Can you consider besides a potential trophy? So you'll help? Fantastic! Let's go find Poiré. I wonder if he has recruited any new teammates. Well. Let's see. Put an ad on. How's it going, Poiré? Will he be joining our team? Hard pass. I believe that means a no. As much as I enjoy the detective jokes of my senior combat capabilities, you're about as good in a fight as a blubber beast. Joining our team would be like debuting on a stage just before the curtains close. If I had time for that, don't you think I'd better be off rehearsing for the tri-coupon trope performance? You make a lot of good points, but I would like to refute one of them. I'm all ears. I may have lost to Rusumov in unarmed combat, but I've changed my fighting style since then. Now I can at least draw in a fight with a stern shield crab. Wait, a stern shield crab? Rusumov? You? Yes, I realized that was a reckless decision on my part, so I decided to avoid unarmed combat from now on. Might I add that Lumina has agreed to coach us, and our team, I mean? I'm sure we stand a much greater chance with her help. Even the best coach under the sun can help a lost cause. But you said you'd change your fighting style? Yes, clover's combat is not my forte, so I prevent numerous bottles filled with cryo-energy. Wow, takže on je ten házeč těch kryoflaštiček, vole, z Treasure Orderu. I see how it is. With these, I can slow down my opponents in the arena, and also treat them to a delicious ice-cold Fanta outside the ring to maintain cordial relations. My opponent's jealous. How are bottles of cryo supposed to be used? I'll stick with my axe. Aren't you a researcher? Where the fuck did you pull out an axe? Rest assured that I'm quite handy with an axe. I chop firewood for stress relief when my research hits a wall. So many questions. I'm on the one ask. I have a question. Why don't we have a little sparring session right now? That way you can show me your skills, and Coach Lumine can get a sense of your fighting styles. What do you think? Depending on how the sparring goes, I may or may not change my mind about joining you. Sounds like a reasonable suggestion. What do you think, Poiré? Excellent suggestion. If you only come up sooner, I think I've used up all my mental energy on making detective jokes. Well, I wouldn't say let's get right to the bankeration ring and I'll play some more time, but are you sure you're dressed for a sparring match? What do you mean? I was dressed like this when chopping firewood. You should change into something that's easier to move around. Fortunately, the troupe has some costumes. Give me a minute. This is Mizella. Concord gets a clothes for Genevieve. There we go. She looks different. She's her opponent, though. Isn't that counterproductive to help her? It's not a fair fight if she's handicapped by her clothes. Thank you. That's very considerate. Whichever this way goes, you have my respect as an opponent. Alright, I can officially say it now. Let's get right to bankeration. The best way is more time. I'm sure some of them mind us borrowing it. Bankeration ring. One more time. I need to kill myself to just straight up die. Jestli nezemřu já, tak můj hlas asi, protože toho namlouvám tady hromadu. A jsem takový čululum, že jsem si nevzal pití. The Darkwing Geese team, Genevieve and Poiré, brought the glorious stage. As the most outstanding rising star competition, they've already become potential contenders for the championship. Oh my god, kolik těch bojů tady bude. How did training go? I'm fully versed in usually just about build, but nobody knows here. And why did you summarize it for me? Maybe Java really is in the cards for you. I was just joking, I still don't get how it works. Good, because it was some heavyweight this time. Ready to enter? Alright, put it in the match. Then let's begin. Former Specialist Max. Chaotic disorder mechanical noises. Hej, fokusněte to jedno. Retargetně se na toho druhýho, vole. No, stunning! They transcended the limits and defeated the Clockwork Mechas. What an exhilarating match! Congratulations to Research and her assistant, and of course their coach, the legendary Traveler. We have some breaking news, don't get too comfortable because this match is entering overtime! Your spectacular performance really put me in the mood for a brawl, so allow me to be your final opponent! Let's get to it! We're fighting Rusimov himself. I'm also a great lover of combat sports. I'm constantly learning the purest fan creation techniques. Zalky, výborně. Fuck you. No wonder you could win championship in one go. Every one of your hits sure leaves their mark. You flatter us. You're exposed! After that, this bout is over. I'm with your strength. The Organizace truly is the rising stars of our arena. I accept my defeat. Looks can be deceiving. Proč se Lex zapnula, když jsem mi neřekl jméno? Screw you, you shush. You never said anything about an overtime match. I'm about to pass out. No entertainment during tournament will be complete without a few exciting plot twists. Some applies to fusing firecrackers in the ring or sweet-scented sugar glass. Without further ado, are you ready to receive your prize? Oh, the Fontaine trophy! Unlimited Fontaine! Where did Champollion go? Oh, good point. Those make our words pride and joy, and we tore them to shreds. Would you stick around to be humiliated further? He's probably hiding away to escape the shame. I'd doubt that somehow. Like you said, they were pride and joy, but I don't think he's going to take this lying down. I've got nothing to worry about. You're the champions, and you even defeated me. You can handle whatever else he might throw at you. Be that as it may, fighting 2 matches back-to-back has completely exhausted me. I need to sit down and chill. Right now he could throw a newborn puppy at me and I'd probably lose the fight. Yup, sure enough he returns with new. Yup, puppy! My VL model enhanced mecha. You're right, my VL model enhanced mecha. This tournament is over yet as long as ice. It ain't over until I say it's over. And we're continuing. Leave him to me. I still got some fight left. Don't force yourself. Since this fight isn't in the books, I guess it's my time to shine. Let the coach show you how it's done.
A moonlit night for all. Nothing lasts forever. Come on out.
Solidify!
Enough, no more, please stop. Already? I'm still warming up here. Sounds like a halftime break to me. All those coupons. You're completely mad, all of you. No more messing with crazy. I'm done. I should have known after last time what a spectacular failure this was. I'm a commit failure and I'm leaving. Not without me or not. Let's find somewhere to discuss reimbursement for my losses. Just look at the mess you made in my precious ring. But first, you gave me the good pleasure to present the champions with the grand prize. Be proud of yourselves, you earned it. And they leave? It was pretty underwhelming in the end. Feels like all the preparation was a lot of effort for nothing. It was worth it to see Lumine in the ring. So cool. Yeah, I hope you were taking notes. I think this learning opportunity was a little wasted on me. We promised the trophy to our coach. As for the credit coupons, I feel bad. He went above and beyond, I think, in the last fight. So we should really increase the compensation, but we really also need those coupons ourselves. We can give you a little extra? Yes, you're allowing your coupons after rave. Yeah, it's fine. We'll stick to the amount originally agreed. I'm not in this to bleed anyone dry. Alright by me. Thank you so much. What are your plans that now you won the tournament? Got a big stash of coupons. All I can think about is life after the fortress. Although it's true that they have no evidence to prove I committed academic dishonesty, the fact is I also have been able to reproduce the results from the disputed experiment. I'll just have to keep going in my research and find a way to prove myself. This philosophy isn't that bad, but the world beyond the fortress suits me better. These clients are hard to come by down here. There's practically zero work for a detective. But then again, even in the rest of Fontaine, the detective industry is just too competitive. Maybe I shouldn't think about expanding outside of Fontaine. Coach Lumine, you're a traveler, right? Traveler? You're a traveler? Maybe we'll run into each other somewhere else. Sounds like a great plan. Paimon hopes to achieve your goals. I hope at least I graduate from being a supporting character in my uncle's novels the next time we meet. Thank you, and good luck to you too. Yay, Pancration Fanta Cup. I must say, the weather today is simply wonderful. You're quite a beautiful young lady. Virgil, at your service. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Lumina, at your service. Pleasure! Paimon's Paimon, and is at your service as well. Such elegant names. Welcome to the court of Fontaine. It's truly an honor. I can't stand much of this. How did you know we're not from Fontaine? With a glance, it's obvious that you're uncivilized. You're unsatisfied with being bathed in the soft lights of the city, but feel the call of the wind, which will never be limited by the bright city lights. Just like this heroes in the operas. Yeah, that's way more tactful. And Astra Abyssosque and all that jazz. I knew it. Those are the adventurers go the beggarly. Beggarly? Courageous warriors begging with their heart to unlock the deepest mysteries of the world. Veshkaretartan bullshit. I could not help but notice your gaze and focus on many things. Perhaps you wish to study on sublime arms or to clockwork or enhance their culture. Truly the decorations adorning the magnificent city are sublime. The clockwork maker are exquisitely and intricately designed, and the civic culture of its citizens is simply divine. It's okay, I guess. The culture of your citizenry is simply divine. Amazing! Paimon didn't notice the decorations, but Paimon did notice Fontaine has delicious food you've never seen anywhere else. Not bad, is it? We have a long glorious tradition of our gourmet culture. Naturally, the two of you must often take your meals in the great outdoors. It unfortunately limits your ability to sample the Fontaine's superb cuisine. Yeah, you don't look that rich. I have more of a chance to sample cuisine than you think. Hey, Lumina, let's get back on topic. Paimon thinks that Virgil has a commission for us. Most excellent deduction, my two friends. Have you heard of the Lilacrucius? The treasure of Mademoiselle Delacruz? I haven't heard of it. And please allow me to explain. There's a legend of lost treasure that's been passed down in Fontaine. Once there was a secret society called the Forum of Delacruz. I said it, now I'm going with it. That was able to attract many great, rich, and influential. Though many humbly called themselves a forum, their actual plan was to overthrow Fontaine itself. In the end, their conspiracy was exposed, and the pigs were engaged in a thrilling battle with the Mason Guardianage, but were ultimately defeated. However, my dear friends, you must know they were once the richest and most famous in Fontaine. They have got a tremendous wealth, and they were so awesome. Yep, they definitely did, and there's a huge treasure vault. When you open it, whoa! Correct, they wish to overthrow our beautiful Fontaine, and to do so they have some vast fortune, so as it could literally said to have more money than Morax. To můžeš mít 10 coinů a máš víc než on určitě. So that means that when we find the treasure of Delacruz will be filthy rich. Excellent deduction, Paimon, with a fortune and control of synth. Anyway, like the investigation discovered the location of Delacruz Forum and may be found amidst the underwater ruins. What do you think? I hereby sincerely extend the invitation to become my partners in crime and dive beneath the waters to search for drugs. Yeah, even though Fontaine's water is different from elsewhere, I kind of forget how she was drowning before being rescued by you. Never fear, I am here. You'll say Paimon again, I'm sure. Prepare them. No need. I remember. You're blessed by water. Shall I begin? Yep, you shall begin. A destination somewhere else. Here to the place we but deserve. You look so hot and heavy in that stuff. You come in mist flowers wrapped in cloth inside to lower the temperature. As for the weight, I'll just put it on the water. There's no time to delay. Let's go. Oh, you open that door and proceed onward. This is the forum you were talking about. There are so many books everywhere. It must have been delicate for studying and conducting research. I would have guessed that there were a secret society planning to overthrow the government. As saying no, knowledge is power, especially the truth for the Forum de la Cruz. You should understand with great knowledge comes great power, and once great power is yours to command, there will be only one path left for you. I don't think that logic really holds water, but, you know, researching some amazing things. Yeah, these things are pretty annoying. Last time we saw them was in the deserts of Sumeru. And the extensive resources, it couldn't have been too hard to get their hands on one of these things. We also explore a lot of domains and seen the more than a fair share of cool things. Is that so? You browse on treasure. You're enough to cover our travel expenses. You presume correctly. I mean, what a terrific achievement. How fascinating. It's too bad this place is completely flooded. It really feels like a lot happened here, and they've had a lot of important discoveries. The water levels have risen before, and according to the folks that have found the research, they will rise again in the future. Perhaps one day all Fontaine will disappear. We were here for a rising water level crisis too. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. It's unfortunate, but at least it worked out in the end. I'm just thinking about it, going on the shivers. People drift in water, and if help hadn't come any later. Let's hope nothing that will ever happen in the future. Who cares about the future? I'll be long dead before then. I'll break back through my family and friends after they raised me, and by the people of Fontaine, when it was not British. But no comment. Sorry for digressing. Budu potřebovat big time apology. Budu potřebovat big time omluvu za ten digression. Good heavens, you certainly have a way with them. Yeah, we're getting close to the treasure. We'll also run into the guards. Though Fontaine's achievements are numerous and dazzling as the stars in the sky, the Clone Ring are undoubtedly the most exquisite of them all. You might as well travel by aquabus on your residue port. Tell me, have you seen an intricate steambird as well? In Fontaine, even the blacksmithing is done by Mecha. Mason Gardeners didn't have to lift a finger to beat me up. They just sent out the Gardamex. Beat you up? I mean, beat up the bad guys. Why would they beat me up? Mecha already saw advantage. Surely won't they do anything for themselves anyway. Just leave anything to machines. That's a good joke. You're just so adorable. It's a lot cheaper to hire a human than buy a clockwork mecha, but another way, no one and no thing can infringe on a Fontaine citizen's right to work. Why don't you show him that trick of yours again? Beep. Construct. Beep. How fascinating. In any case, I think the humans and machines are not the same. All the places I've been at don't jump too. It's not like Fontaine is better than anywhere else, right? My friend, surely cannot be serious. How could there be any place in Teyvat that's better than Fontaine? I was just trying to say that other places are also very special. Have you set a foot outside of Fontaine? You should know there's an old saying, all waters lead to Fontaine. It's not the people of Fontaine who should go and see the world, but all the world who should come witness Fontaine's glory. Is that really a saying? How about we keep going? According to my research, this should be the treasure vault of the De La Cruz Forum. The riches we seek should be within. Ooh, this isn't like a vault at all, so where is it? Why am I thought the vault would be full of glittering golden mora? You should note, my dear friends, it's just truly wealth that you do not flaunt it in anything as shallow as appearances. Like real treasure. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. As I said, the real treasure is not so easily revealed, but you're also exactly right. Purpose of expedition, weird. Your words wound me. My partners who seeking the treasure. Do you really doubt me? Is this a forum or an institute? How about that? Let's just say the different records refer to it differently, but name is an important thing. We should keep our eyes on the prize. The vault full of Mora. Yes, there are priceless items in there too, like the all-powerful Holy Sword of De La Cruz, which can pierce through armor, destroy the soul itself. Whoa, is that really in there? We shan't banter, we should get there. Treasure, here we come. What's the worst that could happen? Hundreds of millions of Mora. Vyřídíme rovnou tady toho lípka. Yeah, I hope this ruined thing isn't gonna stand up. It's a ruined greater. We can handle it. I'm not being strong enough. I'm just scared you'll break the treasure in the middle of a fight. You don't even know what other treasure to break. There has to be. There has to be, right? There's a glass wall here. Seems like a bunch of water behind it. There are cracks in the glass. Looks dangerous. If the glass breaks, it will be swept off too. Let's grab the treasure and get out of here. I've seen it before. Distant ruin as well. What is it called treasure? It's just finding it and buying some more. Knowledge is valued too. But it's not money. Hodně mrňavej. What the fuck? It's diminutively small. Delacruz Farm really did a lot of research, aren't they? So many cameras. Something goes control, something in control. Damage and control. Skleněná stěna držící hromadu vody. Těsně před rozbitím. What's that sound? Virgil, what's going on? I'm so sorry, I made a terrible mistake. If it was only during his to realize this wasn't the former grounds of the Delacruz Forum, but rather the ruins of Institute of Natural Philosophy. There's no treasure here, but lots of experiments on machinery and energy. And now, my dearest friends, another experiment is about to begin. As for the treasure, it'd be wrong to say there aren't any at all here. As seasoned adventurers, I'm sure you can make quite a bit of more and other precious items. I will return after the conclusion of the experiment to collect the treasures you're sure to leave behind. And don't you worry, my friends, I'll be sure to put them good to use. You're lying to us! I figured it was going to do something like this. So you knew and still decided to step into it. You're a kind person. I despise the people the most. You're blasted full of treat me like an idiot. Whatever. According to records here, this machine's a special ruin grader. No matter how good you are, even if you can't handle a ruin guards, you're still only made of flesh and bone. As for what makes it special, leave it to you. Good you to find out in your good time. Goodbye. Oh no, get ready. Fight and survive. On a cooperative research subject. Wow.
Stabilize.
Nope. Juk. Ruin Grader nebo ne, když prostě na něj vyliju vodu. After the torrent of water, the Ruin Grader ceases to function. A my jsme uneseni vodou. Ať je ten Ruin Grader silný jak chce, tak když ho zaliju vodou, tak je prostě v piči. To je jako moje rovnice, která byla pro mě jasná. Glad we escaped this way. Who knows what happened? We're out of here, we gotta find him and settle the score. Takže nevím, čím byl ten Ruin Grader speciální. Myslím, že co jsem zběžně koukal na wiki, no, že potřebuju ten quest na ten Narzissenkreuz Ordo, tak myslím, že měl být schopen buď regenerace, že měl HP regen, nebo že měl několik health barů Nebo že prostě byl straight up nesmrtelný. Že prostě nešel zabít. Jedno z toho. Ale nevím co, protože jsem ho skipnul. Prostě vidím stěnu, která je literálně about to break. A prostě týpek, který je náchylný na vodu. Tak prostě jako co? Buď můžu bojovat, anebo můžu bojovat jednoduše. Light! Paimon sees light! Ooh. We got out! Gigachat bedna. 65. Nice. Pořád 65. To možná nepočítal. A tady je hned vedle další věc. Pass through aqua rings. Ui. 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 Jedno bedno navíc. A to je všechno. Initial facts. Teď mi to přímo hodí. Well, jsme tam byli. Institute of Natural Philosophy. Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Joink. Okay. Book. Encyclopedia of Natural Philosophy. Wow, já jsem ve verzi té místnosti, která je spravená. Riddles awaiting answers. Hromadilí. Wow. What? Yay! N! Náš mikroidní oceanid, který má stejný jméno a osobnost jako reálná osoba, kterou jsme potkali, ale která nás vykázala ven. What is this place? Oh, it's dizzy from the whole getting sucked into the book thing. I remember this place. I know it. This is the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Jo, slíbil jsme N, že už to bylo jediný vodítko, ale nevěděli jsme, kde to je. Ale bylo to jediné místo, který nějak věděla, ta N, co to je, nebo že s tím má nějaký spojení. Takže jsme to pro ní konečně našli, asi 20 nebo 30 dílů poté, co jsem dělal ten microquest, ale jsme to. It sure feels like we've transported all sorts of strange places and weird circumstances after meeting Anne. Sorry, Paimon. No, it's fine. Paimon's not blaming you. She just thinks that Fontaine is a magical place. Still, this is the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Sounds like an organization that the people from Kingdom would set up in a different country. The mother entry was interesting too. It was just like a picture book in Anapausa. We read it, and then we ended up somewhere else. That makes this sort of like a secret base, doesn't it? We don't even know where it is. Are you feeling more calm now, Anne? Yes, much better. Thank you, Knight Lumina. Or should I drop that title? It was all fake after all. Don't say that. But it was. On the contrary, your story has only begun. Our story just begun. On the contrary, your story has just begun. The limit is right, you know. We still got a bunch of adventurers waiting up ahead. And how shall one proceed in the peace of mind without being a reliable knight at hand? Oh, lovely maiden. Come on, Paimon was sharing with courage. You're quite the knight yourself, Paimon. You're positive, and you got a good heart. It makes me happy. Come on, why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? You're just less powerful than Knight Lumina, that's all. Everyone's got a thing they're good at. Paimon's good at brain sword arm, and Paimon... Is a powerfully white hair. Powerful giver of nicknames. You're an impressive Paimon. See? You have powerful white hair? Yep, and that's a real symbol of purity. But aside that, didn't you say before that nuts go to deep links with the past? That's why you came here in the first place. My head's still a complete mess. I know, but let's put what you discovered together. When we were exploring the Anaposa... Oh boy, Paimon's head's a mess too. Any ideas, Lumina? Let's discuss Anne first. Why was I thinking about that? Mary Ann said the whole human vareze, the oceanidae, said that your birth was a beautiful accident. What does that mean? I think it might simply be that my birth was an absolute coincidence, just an absolute happenstance. Just as she said, I am someone she dreamed of, the form she took in a dream. The thing we experienced together was also part of that dream. If it hadn't been for you, the dream might have never ended. Or perhaps it might have ended, and I might have disappeared with the happily ever after. That's true. Not that Paimon gets it. This means that Marianne is also an Oceanid. And Anne was created from Marianne. Double A? That's what I believe as well. And if that's the case, the thing I remember during our journey should have been her memories. Or so I think. Your knowledge and experience cannot exceed that of the main body. But when you met her, you also became your own entity. Without a main body to restrict and control you. So, become the master of your own fate, her last words. Paimon gets it. Sentiment that Petit, Cho, Al, and the others are creations just like you. I believe that to be the case. In that case, who was Marianne, really? The name is familiar to me. It is my own name. I cannot recall why. It's like something on the tip of my tongue. Any other thoughts? Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Ta úplně první věc, kterou jsme při setkání s ní slyšeli a co nás hodilo na ten gigantický goose chase po Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Alright, I have a lot of thoughts on the matter. Memories and emotions. When those two children brought me here, it was a lovely place. Everything was new and shiny, just as before. Do I have to click it? They are vibrant and excited, just like the sunlight shining in the water. They told me this was our new home, and they brought many new friends. That everything could be like that they were before. Never mind, to funguje jenom na spoken dialogue. But later they changed. Something stopped being the same, and the people here changed too. Though the Narzissenkreuz Institute of old did not have sunlight, it was very warm. Yet this place grew even colder. And then... And... Looks like she's in pain, Traveler. Oh, she's in pain. Can you recall anything else? I'm sorry. Each time I recall it, I grow very frightened and sad. That's all I can do. I can sense that very terrible things happened here. It has many emotions, rage, terror, but also hope, trust, and admiration. But all of them make me feel strange, sort of pain. Like there are all sorts of shards of impurities embedded in my body. And I don't want them. Alright, leave that aside. No need to force it. And now we don't force it. The less you'll be able to remember it, the better for us, somehow? Any other thoughts? And now for Princess Lyris. She is the only ever a character in the story. And that tale, we needed to save her and feel the fell dragon Narcissus. That was my original purpose. Well, all stories must have their origin story. Speaking of that, And we heard you mention a place called the Narzissenkreuz Institute. So if we go with Lumine's logic, the Narzissenkreuz Kingdom and Adventure Team might have their story's origin in the Institute and the Ordo, right? That is possible. It feels like we got our hints of new clues, but then again, not quite. Actually, I've recalled something. I've seen terrifying signs that primordial water is the embryonic fluid of the world and its placenta devoured to the last. The world fell into utter darkness, never again would the cool spring water flow. Only the uncool one. Or perhaps I saw that in a different future. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know. Sorry, and thank you. Yeah, we're helping you. No, I'm truly happy that the both of your first two friends I met since I became me. For that, you have my thanks. Pleased to have met you too. Why are you being so formal? Isn't becoming friends something just happens? When you called on to us for help, someone thought, that's right, you're a friend and we gotta help you. Thank you so much, bye-bye. Oh, don't be like that. If you really want to thank us, then keep our chin up and keep our spirits high. Yes, you're exactly right. Besides, I have your help. Shouldn't I waste it by standing still? I must recall more and tell you all about it. Oh no, you haven't pushed yourself to recall the past. It's fine. Just as Mary Ann dreamed of a past tale, and the tale gave birth to me, I will also rest. In dreams, I might be able to recall more. Perhaps there are more lovely things here too. If I do recall some, you'll be the first to know. Got it. Also, good night. Indeed. Unfinished story. Enigmatic page. Read. Se vyčtem zase zpátky. Ano. Takže zase zpátky. Že tady nalevo je N. A tady u treasure chestek. Dogo! To je robot Dogo, který pomáhal Meluzíně artisticky. So this is the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Recording. This location and data regarding it have been recorded in my storage unit. We've been here before. The Marianne you're looking for probably isn't here though. You must still have some clues. Did you remember anything useful upon him arriving here? Negative. The newly recorded information is pending further analysis and organization. No effective conclusions are possible. And are we gonna have to wait a long time, or... Affirmative. Record space collage starting. Total time required unknown. Interactive function will cease temporarily while this is ongoing. Wait, hold on! Roger. Interrupting space collation process. What instructions? Come to think of it, I don't know a lot about you either, Seymour. Well, you know that your master isn't Mare, the Meluzina, but is someone named Marianne. Affirmative. Miss Marianne is my master. According to my standard deduction module, the odds of finding clues as to whereabouts here are high. We know you said that, but I felt like we have some more basic question we haven't answered yet. Now it seemed like a good one. If you could tell us a bit more about yourself and Marianne, let me tell to better help you. Of course. Well, what would you like to ask? Ano. Tell us about yourself, Organizace Ordo, and latest records. I am the prototype 4ACV07, designed by to accompany and protect by Master Miss Marianne. I didn't get a word of that. He's my creator. I'm equipped with most advanced optics and speech recognizing units. I can say his name very eloquently. of the Fontaine Institute of Natural Philosophy. That was clear as mud, but sir, sounds impressive. The more impressive the equipment, the harder it might be to fix once broken. Note, regular record space collection decreases the frequency of such issues effectively. So basically, before then collating things, there's some stuff you can't tell us even if you knew? Affirmative. More precisely, grasped. Information regarding can be extracted using. This allows me to keep a log of Miss Marianne's daily life and also act as an agent assistant. Are you serious? The important bits all got cut off. What's an agent assistant? An agent refers to a member of the Maréchaussée Phantom who undertakes investigations. In this context, assistant refers to Seymour, prototype itself. So Marianne was a Maréchaussée Phantom agent? Affirmative. Aha! So if that's who she is, wouldn't looking for official records help us find her faster? Why did we need to come here? Miss Marianne's role as an agent was not public. Additionally, in the case she investigated, what had to do with top secret stuff. It is secret, perform the direction of secret. As such, secret. You're breaking down again, aren't you? Regular concerning the decreased frequency of such issues effectively. Let's just say something else. Any other questions? What is this place? Can we really find clues here? My little circuits indicate that the last records before the meeting with Sumeru were those of myself executing a specific process. This process would capture our fugitive elements from the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Miss Marianne was also executing this process. As her companion and guard, I followed her and escorted her into Elinus. There we encountered members of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo, including Jacob Ingold, a core member of the Ordo. So he was a member? And Marianne was pursuing him? Affirmative. Well, I guess there are some relations there. Yeah, we should have captured him at Genshin when he could. Well, I'm wondering if he will come back. If we ever meet again, we're gonna have questions for him. He doesn't seem like the sort who'll simply answer questions if asked. If also you can just, get back up on him, there's gotta be some way. What if I completed my record space collision, Miss Paimon? Those things are basically the same. Latest records. A fierce battle against the members of the Ordo broke out within Elinus. My storage unit encountered an error due to the massive trauma. We must foil the Ordo's plan. To that end, Jacob Ingold must be stopped. Jacob Ingold was planning to do and because of that, he must be stopped. Due to his enamored plans, which are top secret, more top secret, he planned to do horrible things, top secret, to Miss Marianne. You best take a break. Words are most considerate. Seems like I'm gonna have to wait for you, Seymour. But whatever the case, Jake was turned to something bad inside Elinus while you and Marianne were trying to stop him, right? Affirmative. Your summary was simplistic, perhaps, but it is basically the truth. If we only had that information, finding Marianne must be somewhat difficult. Beyond waiting for you, we can't do anything else. Yep, it's the high success rate approach, but it'll take a lot of time. It'll take a random amount of time. Podle toho, jak dlouho my budeme tady kolem. Boy, she sounds really limited. It was about to explain, didn't you? I didn't stash any snacks away without your knowledge. There wasn't a good time to have this conversation earlier. But there's no one to the service. That Seymour's related party. Now learn like the present. The conversation you had previously with Elinus herself. The next thing that happened. I thought you got sick or something when you started saying all that weird stuff. Well, it's good to know you're fine. By the way, leaving you here to perform your record collection wouldn't be a problem, would it? Yeah. Hey, Anne. So úplně vybloklo, sorry. You're awake. Good morning, Paimon. Night Lumina. Oh yes, let's Paimon introduce you. This is Anne, an Oceanid and friend of ours. And this is... I know, you're the silly dog, Seymour. Huh? I like the relevant date. I do not believe you had once the honor of being Oceanid ad. I never met you before either, but I was sure of the moment I saw you. You must be Seymour. What's going on? This must be... No, I don't know either. I feel strange. Note, regular records-based guides decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. Let's bring up to speed. Shed a little light on the matter so far. So Seymour is searching for Marianne. No wonder that they've been familiar. The CEO Seymour mentioned is also Marianne. Blah, 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 blah. Standard protocol. Can't talk. I once had it with you, you silly dog. According to what Seymour said before, they can't be the same Marianne, right? The timing. Based on your statement, I deduce you have met someone named Marianne in the past, or perhaps read or heard about such a person from source apart from myself. Well, that was her name, that's for sure. Oh, you know what? Let's do it like this. We can call the Marianne in the Anapausis Marianne 1, and the one you're looking for, Marianne 2. Negative. The Marianne I'm searching for is of a higher sequential priority. To prevent confusion, she should be Marianne 1. Why don't you like it this way, Seymour? 2 is bigger than 1. Doesn't make it pretty good too? Your claim... Sorting data fragments. He stopped functioning again. Silly dog. I didn't think any mean bones in you, Anne, but you sure do. I don't know why, but I sent felt compelled to do that. You fucked up, broken dog. Preliminary data fragments complete. For the following 15 reasons... Oceanid Anne, I assess that your perspective is illogical. Number 1. Alright, that stuff doesn't matter anyway. Come on, be a good doggy, and sit. Understood. Why? If you sit, we'll be able to improve photo taking stability. Yes, do you need to take a photo? And equip with the most advanced optics from the Fontaine natural philosophy. I can... There's no need. But thank you. Understood. Wow, Seymour's getting played left and right over here. Let's call a quick hold, please. Do you want to go to the Anapausis, Seymour? Yes. Yeah, that way we can meet Marianne and see if she's the one you're looking for or not. What you say makes sense. Affirmative. A reasonable suggestion. Then let's go. Actually, we don't need to trouble this. I can show Seymour the way. Take care. That's right. We'll meet you up here later. Poslední kobereček. And it's our boy! It's the třetí týpek, co hledal to Narzissenkreuz. Caterpillar. There are no longer any ceremonies here, nor has there been a dispelling ritual conducted for a long time. Nonetheless, the familiar setting is stirring memories. This is the right place. Maybe there might be clues that we overlooked, but you could spot off the bat. So, have you found anything? All I see are memories of the past things that that shall never again catch up to me. Does that count? Mama doesn't interrupt your reminiscing, but that doesn't sound like what we're looking for. Perhaps, but past is inextricably intertwined with the Narzissenkreuz Ordo, the chief culprit of the great sin. As such, some of my memories may yet be helpful to you. Could you start telling us about them? I should warn you that I was not within the inner circle several hundred years ago, so I don't know everything from first hand. But I was personally mentored by Narzissenkreuz, who should be the origin of all of this. Narzissenkreuz, isn't that? There is a prophet lying dormant in all of us, and when he wakes, one more evil shall walk the world. That's the sort of person he is. Well, since we got this opportunity, is there anything I want to ask? Zase ty tři otázky. Tell me about yourself, about the Order, and what happened. About me? I thought we got acquainted well enough during our jailbreak. But I understand that you're asking about something deeper. Now I shall perform a terrible feat that has never been done before and will never be done again. I will expose someone's true self before all, without any facade or masks, and that someone shall be myself. Wow, that's a lot. Paimon doesn't think she can lighten this atmosphere up at all. Lenore has already gone home, did she not? We have to face a more complicated world. The time for things under the age of 9 is over. From under the age of 9 is over. Next, you probably need the experience from age 16 or so. The experience of 16 or so? The first voice heard on this body was that of Narzissenkreuz. Other than speaking of the redeeming powers of the holy blade of Narzissenkreuz, he also preached thus. Reálny. This body is just a shell. Even the body of a hilichurl can bear sentient consciousness. Did he create you then? Perhaps he did. I tried to unravel my own origin story, but the answers I got were all pretty vague. Who are you? I don't feel that way. What are you talking about? I've discovered, after all, that most humans do not know the reason why they were born, and yet they still live. It's not quite correct to say that he created me, either. How so? Creation is a feat for a god, if we may call the one above a god. In the tenets of the Narzissenkreuz, do you know what is the most critical in creating someone? What? It's imagination. Imagining a person down to the last detail, akin to an Ocean imagining a creature in the wild. There is a story that tells of a powerful mage priest imagining his own son, only to realize he himself is the product of someone else's imagination. Sorry for digressing, nebudeš pro minut, but I feel this information is irrelevant to your question. Did it make anything clear? What about the Order? What is your impression? Actually, as I recall, most of the people in Narzissenkreuz were very kind. Narzissenkreuz's teaching were just contaminated mere radical ideas that were perhaps difficult for people to accept. That sounds horrible. Narzissenkreuz were often elite ceremonies with the holy blade, in accordance with the ancient dictates. They call it the trifactor excision. In the trifactor excision in Liyue, and in Sumeru, shattering Atmagara. He called it renunciation of the ego. He believed that one's own will is an obstacle, and that accidentally receiving a vision while seeking the path is a guaranteed path to destruction. So after someone gives themselves up, what happens to them? Well, they stay quite normal. It is said that people cannot perceive the truth because a body within a self, sees the world filtered through the 5 senses. That doesn't sound scary. However, I never found out what Narzissenkreuz's ultimate purpose for collecting all those wills and selves was. Can you elaborate concerning him? Another time, perhaps. There's too much to be said. I'll need to prime the process at first. Okay, I read the last question about all those years ago. What was the key thing? Many years ago, the one called Lord of Artificers, Guillotine, and Narzissenkreuz himself had an intense clash. Guillotine was even called the White Cavalier of Protection back then. Wow. Is that a better title than an ordinary knight? Well, if I'm comparing impressive titles, I submit Chrysalis of the Phantasmic Moth. What kind of weird title is that? The title of the Ordo gave me. See, I'm Caterpillar, a creature that turns into a chrysalis before metamorphosing into a butterfly. Oh, sorry. I suppose the name contains the wings of hope that I would mature into a human. Even though we learned a lot, there are still more questions than answers. I had to pore over the records and try to piece it all together. So I'm afraid you won't always find me here. Finding can be dangerous for you as it is now. I'll disguise myself and run out the methods I developed to do what I must. And it's Seymour return. Negative, danger, activated by the remnants detective. Lumine and please, please immediately. Annihilation mode activated. I didn't know you could do that. Whoa, Seymour, calm down. We meet again. What did the White Cavalier of Protection say about you? Ah, yes. This is my little invention. Affirmative. I am a prototype with a large number of bold design elements. The priority level of this topic has been downgraded. Please lay down your arms and surrender. Seymour, listen to me. I've already surrendered to Traveler here. Is that so? Yep, totally. Very well. In that case, we can continue to discuss my extraordinary design. I am Caterpillar, as you well know. Speaking of which, how's the young lady you were protecting doing? Wait a minute. Why did I say something like that? What's wrong? You are correct. I'm looking for the master you're protecting. Marianne, or some of you call her Marianne Guillotine. Marianne Guillotine? The mechanical noises went up clearer. Guillotine. Correct, my designer. Guillotine. Caterpillar, is there a memory from hundreds of years ago, you know, getting clearer? That's a memory from before my birth, something going through an elephant recalling its previous life. I do not understand. Previous lives do not exist. Not for you, at least. Thanks to you, it seems I encountered a potential breakthrough I had never imagined possible. Perhaps I might find the secrets to my own birth after all. Though I do not understand, I am glad to be in the service. Anyway, hello, Caterpillar. Have we met? My memory is fading, so it is possible. If I may be so blunt, what is your relationship with the Red Empress? The Red Empress? I don't know, what the fuck are you talking about? Let me try another name. What do you know of Lyris? How do you know that name? I went through so many adventures with Traveler Paimon just to find out she was merely a character in a story. Do I? I think I know what's going on. I'm also a victim of riddles, so I shan't play dumb. I'll tell you everything I know. Lyris did indeed exist. She was an Oceanid as well, and Narzissenkreuz's name for her within the Order was the Red Empress. What's going on? TMI? Please, slow down. Paimon feels like it's connecting. Still, when you first got here, Paimon couldn't help but notice the clock here doesn't seem very accurate. Ah, that. It's the Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock? When the clock strikes midnight, the apocalypse happens. Does that mean that the end of the world is almost upon us? That really does take me back. When I was here, they thought the apocalypse was still far away, and that thought wouldn't happen in our generation. We should stop it for the sake of the future. If the clock is accurate, then it is not far off now. Perhaps we shall lay ourselves down for sleep tonight, that it shall not rise in the morning. Perhaps the sea shall evaporate tomorrow. Or perhaps we are living in the apocalypse. The good times have long ended. Oh, come on, answer the question! First, we could see it's just a clock, not the apocalypse itself. But when it comes down to it, time is merely a tool humans use to measure changes. Narzissenkreuz was the one who used the world formula to calculate the beginning of the end. As such, I cannot answer your question, because that's all it is. A clock. That's true. Let's share our findings. You and Paimon briefly share what happened with the other three people, though technically speaking, none of them are humans. Input logged. Alienis. Did you think of something? I do not know. I'm not sure. It's like water boiling off into gas. I can't see it, and I can't grasp it either. Any thoughts or leads, Caterpillar? I can't say that I don't, but I'm still trying to sort some things out, so let's discuss later. I kept forgetting to ask you something. Traveler, Paimon, I'm very grateful for everything you've done for Lenore. So, is there anything I can help you with? Do you mean anything? Just like making a wish? Should be something with the scope of my abilities, of course. You did free Lenore and I from prison, but I know gin in a bottle. What would your wish be, Paimon? If that's the case, then... Mora! No, wait! Food! So much Paimon wants, but... lots of traveling together, we don't really need anything special. Instead, can you help Anne and Seymour? Paimon, what do you think? Is that a good wish? That'll do, Paimon. That'll do. La referenza. That'll do, Paimon. That'll do. I understand. Then let's work together. Yay! Understood. Now I plan to work with Seymour and Ed to see if we can use our experience and information available to figure something new out. Let's meet back here later. Yay! Initial facts complete. Give them time to sort their bodies and memories out. Add Seymour's fragmentation or Anne and guillotine. All sorts of things. To bude všechno. V této překrásné místnosti se rovnou rozloučíme. Bylo toho docela dost různorodých věcí, ale dvě hlavní věci. Pancration Ring, který byl dlouhý jak svině. A Narzissenkreuz Ordo finále teďkon, což taky bylo docela protáhlý. Takže podle toho pravděpodobně pojmenuju epizodu, protože fuck it. Anyway. To bylo docela náročný dneska, ale jsem rád, že jsem to udělal. Konec konců jsem do toho zaměřil. Jsem do toho vložil hromadu času, do toho Narzissenkreuz Ordo mystery. Takže jsem se konečně někam dostal. Je to překrásná budova. Takže bez dalších... Já tě nechám domluvit. Takže bez dalších různých otálek a voklik, tak se vrhneme na vyšpůl. A dnešní vyšpůl je Zibaj. A tenhle ten týpek novej, důležitý. A ta Aino, což myslím, že se jmenuje Aino. Já vím, že se tak jmenuje jedna holka v nové sérii Pokémonů a znělo její jméno jako její, ale nevím, jsem je zmotal do sebe a nemůže oddělit. A pak Goro, který boostuje monogeo tým, protože čím víc geo postav je s ním v týmu, tím líp pro něj. Takže by se možná udělal taky, možná je namaxovaný, nevím. A nějaký konstelace v něm možná mám. No, vím, že jsem měl problém ho vůbec získat. Takže nevím. Ale mám 100 pulů zase, takže mám šanci, ale nemám garanci. Svoji garantovanou promovanou postavu jsem vyčerpal na Kolumbínu, to jsem předtím prohrál, takže jsem měl garantovanou, že ji získám. Teďkon mám jenom šanci, že Zibaj získám a že získám někoho jiného, jako třeba Tainari, nebo Dia, nebo Jean, nebo Diluc. Protože v těch 4 postavách se to točí konstantně. A nebo Moda. Modu už mám taky v podstatě namaxovanou. Takže 2 tenpuly na Zibaj banner. Pokud tam bude nějaký hovno nebo zbraně, tak dám ještě 3. Mám půl hromadu. Takže skláním hlavu a modlím se k bohům štěstěny, abych získal ty jakýhokoliv z těch 2 Moonlandovských postav. Jak Aino, tak toho novýho. A klidně víckrát. Come on. Dejte mi Moonlandy. Moon postavy. Moon postavy. Moon postavy. Yes!
I'm Lua, leader of the Lightkeeper's investigation squad. Lost your
Yay.
way, huh? Don't worry. That happens a lot. These paths aren't exactly traveler-friendly even on the best of days. Just follow my lead. I'll light the way ahead.
Hey, Iluga. Lightkeeper Geo. Nice. A Sacrificial Series Bow. Sacrificial Series je cenný, a lukařských postav není málo. Nice. A samozřejmě jdem druhou, protože abych puloval hromadu věcí, abych si to nastakoval. Come on. Iluga a Ayano, let's go. Give him. Give. Come on, give. Ayano!
Are you here to play with me?
Yes!
My name's Aino, and I'm an inventor. Me and Anetha live together. I
What does she have to
probably
live
eat
for?
all the cakes and cookies in the world because I love them so much. But my
Aw.
favorite kind of all is Lackaberry Crumcake. Come visit my Clink-Clank-Crumcake craft shop whenever you want. Anyway, that's me. What about you? Tell me something about you, then we'll be friends.
Hej! Obě nové 4-star postavy mám. Obě dvě. Let's go. A úplně na konci. Nice. Takže z toho jsem získal tady ty věci. Tady je teď ten Royal set, který má attack procentáž a tady zvýšení crit rateu. A tady mám nějaký tyhle ty věci, to rovnou tam můžu vložit. Tady to vždycky jde do těch prvních. Takže mám 78 a skoro 100. Nice. Tady je pořád tohle? Jo. No. Já ještě bych je mohl pročeknovat. Ježdí už je dolej dostatečně, takže jenom v rychlosti. A jenom, na kterou jsem už vyhledal nějaký skin. No, čekuju Game Bananu v podstatě každý den a tohle to tam prolítlo, tak vědíc, že ji encounternu a že ji možná dostanu, tak jsem jí to rovnou čapnul. Genius mechanic inventor from Notcry who loves machines and sweet treats. A žije si nefou. Má nějaký robotický vocas? Ne, to je Baťoch. Baťoch s robotickou rukou, která byla, kterou měl Clement Pokémon XY. Oh, yeah. I've seen that before. Tak. 3 strikes, jo, co používá? Hydro, Clink-Clank-Crumcake craft shop. Ain't that a mouthful of molasses? Jo, heavy sworder. Jo, jasně, taková malá holka má meč, který je větší než ona. Určitě. Tady. Throws the muse catcher forward, dealing hydro damage and dragging her along behind it. Wait, tak se jmenuje to jí chapadlo? Co udělali dle toho obrázku? Takže hodí to tu robotickou ruku na ně, což dá hydro damage a pohne se zatím. When the dragon stops, Aino deals all hydro damage to nearby opponents. Holding the skill will cause it to behave differently. Aiming mode. Takže můžu s tím trevlovat. Precision hydraulic cooler. Aino deploys a custom water spraying device. Cooler Jizuki to establish a focused hydraulic cooling zone. While the thing is fired water balls and by opponents. Jo, takže to establishne prostě AOEčko, který prostě splashuje hydro damage periodicky. Takový ability jsem viděl. To je nekomplikovaná abilita. To je pochopitelný. Takže je hodně jednoduchá a tohleto určitě moc generovat nebude hydropartiklu. Je podle toho, jaký to má cooldown, 10 sekund. Tak na hraně. Úplně nevím. Samozřejmě Moonsign, zvedne Moonsign o jeden level. Myslím, tohle. Resources unique to Notcry, to se bude hodit. A za lehké vylevelování, shield granted additional buff considering the Moonsign. Když tam budou dvě postavy nebo víc, her elemental burst is enhanced. The Jizuki will fire water balls far more frequently, and the water balls will deal all hydro damage over a larger area. Takže prostě to bude plivat ty vodní kuličky rychle. Bez toho se dokážu obejít. Aino Elemental Burst Damage increased by 50% over Mastery, takže ta její bursta dostane damage boost. Cool. A pak Mr. Illugia, Lightkeeper. A toho je taky lehký vizuální rework, který mi taky prolítl v nových věcech, takže jsem to prostě čapnul. Member of the investigation squad of Nightmare Orioles, the youngest squad leader among the Lightkeepers. OK, to potřebuji vidět znova. On to prostě vykopne nohou a prostě to čapne jak nějaký akrobat. Má pole armu. Ty jsou hodně jako... 5-stary ty polearmy mají totálně boží, ty jsou totálně prostě godlike. 4-stary ty polearmy používají, jak já nevím, hodně dlouhou vařečku a neví, co s tím dělat. A je to mizerný. Tak... 4 Spear Strikes, yep. Summons a trusty messenger bird, Adion. Different effects are produced depending on whether the skill is tapped or held. Aiming mode, Adion to dash forward while being aimed, the injured birds will come to contact with messenger bird dashes forward towards enemies in front, dealing geo damage when it comes to contact with. Jo, takže prostě pošle ptáčka prostě někam do nějakého směru a cokoliv, čeho se dotkne, tak dostane geo damage. Light the lamp, dealing hour damage and gain Haunted Knight's Aureole song effect for 20 seconds. When this effect is active, Iluga gains Nightingale song stacks. When normal attacks, prostě when úplně cokoliv or nearby party members deal geo damage to opponents, Nightingale song is consumed to increase the damage. Increase in damage is based on his elemental mastery. If damage is inflicted by lunar crystallized, damage will be increased further. Což s Kolumbínou vůbec není problém. When geo damage dealt in this manner hits multiple opponents, multiple stacks will be consumed, depending on how many opponents are hit, takže to nemůžete cheesovat. If there are geo constructs created by nearby party members, jako třeba Zhongliho pilíř, while Iluga unleashes the burst, or when nearby party members create geo constructs while the skill is active, every geo construct will allow Iluga to get additional stacks of Nightingale Song. With 20 seconds after unleashing the burst, Iluga can gain a maximum of 15 additional stacks this way. When all stacks of Nightingale Song have been consumed, or the stage duration ends, the haunting lights are spent. Jo, takže boostuje damage geodamagem a je to taková buffovací věc, že není to, že by dělal věci on sám. Udělá nějaký AOE geodamage, ale pak prostě buffuje lidi. Takže něco jako Furina. Geo verze toho, co dělá Furina v podstatě. Nějaký damage to dá, ta bursta, ale je to na buffovací důvody. No, já tě nenechám. No, to bude pro tento díl všechno. S touhletou pulovací bombou se loučím. Děkuji, že jste se dívali. Uvidíme se u nějakého dalšího Genshin videa nebo něčeho jiného. Já děkuji, že jste se dívali a s touto helikoptérou se loučím. Děkuji, že jste se dívali a dobrou noc.